WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pampers, news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know it's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
Alright, so first things first, when getting started with this glitch, you want to start it on a new build, just to make sure you're not getting any, like residual left over. You ain't gonna mess up the glitch or nothing. Just start on a new build, bro. Handiness doesn't matter, jersey number doesn't matter as usual. So we're gonna go down to 6'3", take the weight to 210 with the wingspan, max that out as well. And for the body shape, we're gonna go with burly on this. I'm not sure if it matters, but this is how I do it every time. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep doing that, you know what I'm saying? Then we're just gonna max out the build. Same thing as any other glitch build. We're just gonna max this bad boy out. And as soon as you get it maxed out, just pick 2 takeovers, continue to build. And you know we gotta edit the build because this is a glitch build. So you wanna make sure you get it in there, edit the build. Then we want to go out to the metric system, man. So we started off in Imperial. We're going to go out to the metric system and just mess with this build just a little bit and go ahead and get it right. So go to metric. You can get back into the builder. Go to that same file you was on. Shooting guard, don't mess with anything else. But now we're going to start out with the height. So you want to change it to 2.05. Get that bad boy up there to make sure you don't go past it. We're going to take it down to 85 kilograms. With the wingspan, we're going to take that up to 2.31. The body shape does not matter. Then for the last time, you're going to go ahead, well, one of the last times, you're going to go ahead and just max out the build again. And then after you max out the build again, you already know we got to go back and edit it. So we're going to go ahead and go to edit build, back in the features, settings, units of measurement, change it back to the Imperial system, and it should show you at 6'9", 188 pounds. And all right, from here, all you got to do is change the height to 6'7", and you can go ahead and make the build, man. So all right, let's get started on the actual build y'all came here for. Copy these body settings exactly how they are on the screen. I'm talking 6'7" for the height, 2'11" for the weight, and 7 foot for the wingspan. The body shape is completely up to you. I went compact for the purpose of this video. Let's get right into the attributes. Now, first things first, for the shot close, we're only going 45 on that. Don't worry about that too much. We trying to do other stuff on this build, as you will see in a second. Now for the driving layup, we're going very high on this one. We're gonna go with a 93, and the driving dunk, we're gonna go with a 92. So you know what that 92 means, right? That means we are definitely gonna be getting the best dunk packages. So with the 92, let's go ahead and slide down to the vertical right now and pop that thing up to an 85. We are making a prime Paul George build. I'm talking about Paul George at his very best when he was in Indiana, man. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead back up to finishing, take the standing nug up to a 69. We're going to leave post control alone. We do not care about that at all. Now for the 3-pointer, we're gonna push that up to an 84 because we do want to be very consistent from the 3. Now for the mid-range, we're going to take that up to a 75. You really just need around a 70-ish to be able to hit those mid-range at a very high clip. And you already know on free throw, we're going to go at least 65 on this, but this one I'm going to take it even higher. We're going with an 81, which you turn off that shot timing, put on that real player percentage. Remember, 2K23, that's going to be out of there, but put on that real player percentage and you should make almost every single free throw. Now, time for the pass accuracy. It wouldn't even be right if I didn't put some sort of playmaking on this build. Now we're gonna go with an 85 to make sure we get that gold bullet passer. Love that badge. It's probably one of the best badges in the game. Luckily, it's gonna be out next year, so you won't even have to waste badge points on that. It is going to be tied into your pass accuracy. Now for ball handle, We're gonna take that up to an 80. We wanna be able to get some nice dribble moves on this build. You gotta be able to slice and dice up the defense, you know what I'm saying? And we're also going with an 80 with speed with ball, and that will give us gold quick first step. Now you see these badges, you see how nice and even this build is looking. We are gonna put some interior defense on this. Remember, Paul George really used to shut people down all the time back in Indiana. And with that being said, you can't have shut down defense unless you got some perimeter defense as well. And with that, we'll be going with an 85. Now for the steal, I don't like making builds that can't play the passing lane very well. So for the steal, we're gonna go to 78 because we do want that gold interceptor. Now, for the block, we trying to get LeBron-esque chase downs, man. So go ahead and max that block out. We're gonna put it all the way up to a 76. And then we are done with defense. We only got 16 defensive badges, but if y'all been following me for a little bit, you know I got some extra badges. And if you don't, I mean, I do a little run through of what you can actually put on the build. And then I talk about what I'm going to do with all the extra badges that I do have. And you can't forget the physicals, man. We're going with an 84 for the speed, an 81 for the acceleration, max out strength at a 59. That vertical is already done. Remember, we took care of that when we were talking about finishing. And the last but not least, make sure you put that stamina on. And on this build, we're gonna have a 99 stamina. Now, for all of the badges, man, we got 23 finishing, 23 green bean badges, 26 of those break ankle badges, and then we got 16 of those lock them up badges. All right, we can go ahead and choose the takeovers for this build. I'm going finishing moves and spot up precision because you got to be able to drive if you're going to be a prime Paul George. I love sharpshooting, so I always like to at least put a little bit of that on my builds. Then we got playmaking and lockdown, but we're going to go ahead and go with finishing moves and spot up precision. We can go ahead and finish up this build. It comes out as a two-way inside-out scorer. Shades of Zach LaVine, Tracy McGrady, and Paul George. Now, we're going to go ahead and test the build so I can show you some of the badges that I would put on this build in order to get the most out of it, man. We're going to start off with the trifecta, of course. Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, and Slithery. And we get two of those on Hall of Fame. So we got Limitless and Slithery on Hall of Fame and Posterizer on Gold. Now for the rest of these badges, you can do what you're going to do, man. Figure out what you like to do best and put badges to do those things. I'm going to try to finish in the lane with a little bit of contact. And I'm going to try to catch some lobs just because it makes the game more fun for me. You know what I'm saying? I like catching lobs, and I got teammates that are throwing, so I kind of like to put that on my builds. Now, time for the shooting badges. This build does get a good amount, so we're going to start out with the most needed badges first. Of course, we need blinders, hot zone hunter on gold. I definitely want to have sniper on this build. We're going to put stop and pop on there for sure, a bronze catch and shoot, and then I'm gonna put Deadeye on there. And with my last two badges, I'm gonna put a bronze difficult shots. And then for the very last badge, I'm gonna put on Green Machine. I kind of like how the badge works. I don't feel like you need it very high to be very consistent with your greens or very consistent with being able to keep that streak alive. Now, if you do want to do some other things, like I know a lot of people want circus threes, and especially on off-ball player, you catch the ball, you get that quick first step every time you catch the ball, and then you just go away from the defender. A lot of the times that shot is open immediately, and if you put on circus threes, you'll hit it a lot more consistently. Now, time for the playmaking. There are certain things that I gotta do. I have to. And bullet pass is one of them, hybrid drive, and quick first step. And then unpluckable is the last badge that is absolutely necessary. Everything else is dependent on your playstyle. Like if you're gonna be doing a lot of dribble moves, I would suggest stop and go and handles for days. Anything else is completely up to you. I like to use Space Creator a lot, so I'm gonna put that on my build. And that is pretty much it for the playmaking. If you feel like you need anything else, I hope you got some of those extra badges, bro, because that's the only way you're gonna get them. Now, for the defense, this is a perimeter player, so it kind of, makes your choices pretty easy. I am gonna go with only a silver clamps, and then interceptor, I'm gonna put that on gold. Intimidator, I'm gonna put that on bronze. And then I gotta have chase down, bro. There's just too many times where you can get a good block, and to not be able to do that would just be silly. I'm gonna put rim protector on to kind of help me get those blocks and also kind of boost what I do. The last thing I'm gonna go with is an off-ball pest because I do want to be able to jam people up when they try to run past me. That is definitely a big part of the game where you could kind of get like an advantage over some of the people that you're going to be defending. So when they try to run past you, tap L2, get that little bump. Sometimes you can even cause turnovers if they're about to get the ball. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build video, man. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. But do me a favor before you roll out, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of my other videos, man. I've been dropping bangers all of 2K22, and we're gonna get hot as soon as 23 drop. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the